Hi everyone, my name is Marissa and I am here to do my why video, why I joined LulaRoe, why I think LulaRoe is amazing, why I think you should join LulaRoe, and pretty much everything in between. A little bit about me. I am a photographer. I've owned my own business, Marisa Taylor Photography, for 7 years now, but I've actually been in the photography industry for about 9 years. Um, Last year was a great year for me. My business took off. I finally hit that awakening moment. I was featured in a lot of magazines and blogs. I was published. I got to shoot one of my photography idols. Like, it was a dream-worthy year. It was absolutely amazing. Also, during that year, I had a lot of health issues, and my health issues kept getting worse and worse and worse. And over the years, I've had my doctors tell me, hey, you need to slow down. Because I do a lot. Like, I do a lot. A lot of people are like, I don't know how you do it. And it's a combination of no sleep and too much drive and not knowing when to listen to my body and to say, hey, slow it down, girl. Slow it down. Not everything needs to be done today. But with photography, I had decided that, you know what, I love what I do. I just need to make sure that I'm doing what I love as far as the type of sessions and booking things that are good for me in my heart as a photographer, as well as making the income for my family. Winter is usually a slow month, so I decided, okay, I'll sell LulaRoe. Like, I've been wearing LulaRoe for months and months and months before I even considered selling it. My whole closet, I went from a space that I was like, okay, this is the only space I have in my closet that's gonna be full of LulaRoe. If I get above that space, I'm not buying anymore. That is it. I, of course, went above and beyond that and started selling LulaRoe. It just made sense. And going in from a business perspective of already running a business, already, buying inventory like cameras, computers, props, all that, it wasn't a scary investment for me because a lot of people think, oh, I have to put money up front. You are buying the inventory to run your company. Like, just think of yourself as a fashion boutique and you have connected with a designer, and your job as a boutique is to sell the designer's clothes. That's basically what happens in all of fashion. So when I started, it just kind of seemed natural. Like, it was like, you're wearing the clothes, you're literally wearing them every day, you might as well sell them. And then I started and I was knocking goals right out the water. Like, my initial investment, I've already made back. And I launched on November 28th. It is now what, January 17th? And a couple of live sales, a couple of albums, and that money's already been made back. Now, of course, you have to think smart. Put your money back into your business. You have to buy inventory, sell new things, get people excited. But I've made money. I've made real money, not in some sort of like pyramid scheme thing where like, oh, there's a pink Cadillac waiting for you in the sky. No. I sell clothes. I sell the items that I want to sell. And the best thing is that, like, there's so many consultants that we all don't have to sell the same things. And even when we do, we get such a variety in the prints and the designs that, it makes it worth it. Like, there's no competition here. So, when people like say, why did you do this? Well, one, with photography, I spent a lot of time away from my family. Like, yes, I do own my own business, but if you think about it, I would spend probably a half hour to an hour driving to a client or the location we're going to shoot at. A session could last anywhere from an hour for just a normal like family session or maternity session. If I'm photographing newborns, those could go up to 4 hours. And then, I have to drive back home. I have to edit all those images. That's a lot of images to edit. When I do weddings, those are 10, 12-hour days. And it got to the point where I was working so much photography-wise that it kind of defeated the purpose of why I started my own business. Like, I wanted to make my own hours. I wanted to have a job where I could take my health into account and not push myself to the edge. And that's exactly what I was doing. I was pushing myself to the edge. I was working too much. My doctors was like, calm it down, slow it down, or we're just going to flat out tell you to stop. So I said, okay. In the winter, I'm going to slow down. I'm going to stop. I'm going to accept a limited number of bookings. But in the meantime, I'm a business person. I still need to do something. I still need to bring an income for my family, because most of the time, my husband, who is amazing, he's, Mr. Mom. He's home with the kids. He gets my daughter off to school. I pick her up typically, but we just had to work on something. And at first he was a little bit hesitant, but he knows me. He knows that, okay, if anything I do, I know how to run a business. And he was totally on board. Even with the initial startup, he was like, you got this. Because I've dropped more than a startup in clothes that I purchased for myself beforehand. I've also done it. Okay. So yeah, my husband was like, you know how to make money. This is a good deal. And having a business and then going into another business, like I already had the advantage of knowing, how much inventory costs, how to get things rolling. And a lot of people will kind of balk at the startup price, but you are running a franchise essentially. You are investing into actual inventory, tangible products that you have in your hand, that you will sell, that you will move. And frankly, it's awesome. I mean, I love it. It's like I said, it's only been a month and some change, and I absolutely love it. And with LulaRoe, it gives me a chance to stay at home more. I'm at home more. I'm with my kids more. I am not hours and hours and hours editing session after session after session. I limit myself on how many photo sessions I take. That way I could be available for my family. And health-wise, like, I'm not gonna say that I'm getting better, because my health issues are kind of crazy, but it's not as much of a strain. It's not as damaging as the road that I was leading. When they say you can work yourself to the bone, you literally can. So yeah. Also, the team, the amazing, amazing team of ladies that I've worked with that is so supportive. There's no competition whatsoever, which is such a breath of fresh air, because there's a lot of competition in the photography community, and it's one of those things where it's like community over competition, but it took a while to find that community over competition. And here it's just like everybody's like, go for it, you're awesome, do what you need to do. So I am currently working on expanding my own team, because after giving this a whirl, it's not a fad. It's not like, oh, clothes are going to come in and out. Everybody loves clothes. You see the clothes, you know you want them. They're comfortable, they're stylish, you could dress them up, dress them down. I wear LulaRoe when I photograph weddings, when I photograph babies, when I'm out to dinner with my husband. Like, there's clothes for every day. You could dress it up, dress it down, and I think it's amazing. So that is my why. That is my why you should join the team. Just like join in. It's fun. If you have any questions, don't be afraid to ask. Like, it's a really, really fun time. I love what I do. Like right now it is 10:40. My baby is sleeping. I'm getting some work done. I'm probably gonna go snuggle with him for a bit. And then I'm gonna come back and get more work done. I'm gonna package some shipments that have to go out, print some things, and that's gonna be fine. Because that is what we do here. So have a good day, and if you have any questions, do not hesitate to ask. I would love to speak to you. Bye.